So once again, expelling hate preachers is in the news. I saw Tom Tugendhat talk about it on GB News yesterday. Well, let's see how serious they get this time. I hope they will. In this video, I want to talk about one Iranian Ayatollah who has managed to entrench his institutions in England. A very reactionary extremist Ayatollah. Most people in the UK, or most of you watching this video, are probably not so familiar with who Ayatollah Makarem Shirazi is. This reactionary Grand Ayatollah, I believe he's 98 or 99 years old, close to 100 actually, and I'm not joking, is a staunch supporter of the Supreme Leader of Iran and a super wealthy businessman himself. He controls the sugar imports to Iran and the control of many other imports of many other commodities too. Makarem Shirazi is also a Holocaust denier. There's so much more about his archaic views about women, about apostasy, how to deal with the infidels in the West on his website and in his books. He tells his followers that they mustn't keep dogs as pets either. He thinks keeping dogs as pets is un-Islamic. But just bear with me, there is a British connection too. I will come to that. Ayatollah Makarem Shirazi was also the first Iranian Grand Ayatollah who issued a fatwa and explicitly referred to an Iranian rapper who at the time lived in Germany to be killed for apostasy because of his lyrics. Now, here's the British connection. Ayatollah Makarem Shirazi also has his representative office here in the UK, in Harrow Road in London. It's known as Babul Murad Centre. He also has a registered charity in the UK. The mind boggles with how many registered charities the Ayatollahs have in the UK. What does the UK Charity Commission actually do? And wait for this one. Make sure you don't fall off your chair when you hear this. The same Ayatollah, who's a Holocaust denier and has issued a fatwa to have an Iranian rapper killed, has received a grant from Brent Council for promoting religious freedom and tolerance. A Holocaust denier. Religious freedom and tolerance. I mean, ignorant and lunatic political correctness which is helping to bring down Britain to its knees. It really is. Now, at the time, it was 12 years ago, I wrote to my MP about the Makarem's activities and the Brent Council grant for him. My MP followed us up with Brent Council. This is Brent Council's reply. In their reply letter, they admit the Ayatollah's charity did receive a grant from the government's Prevent funding programme, which was administered by the Brent Council. It then says, in Brent, the funds were allocated to community groups by a panel which included representatives from the Metropolitan Police, the NHS, the probation services, community representatives and the council. I have no idea how the NHS recommended Ayatollah Makarem Shirazi to get a grant for promoting religious freedom and tolerance. I really don't. What's it got to do with NHS? What do they know about it? The International Islamic Link Programme, which was the Ayatollah's programme, funded through Prevent, was called Our Time, Our Future. And it ran for several months. Its aim was to launch a campaign to promote Islamic citizenship and theology that would equip young Muslims with the ability to deal with and understand challenges that face them. To build resilience to violent extremist views. Let's pay taxpayers' money to extremist preachers to build resilience to extremism. The letter goes on, and to challenge Islamophobia and the negative portrayal of British Muslims. So, to challenge the negative portrayal of British Muslims, you're giving a grant to a Holocaust denier. I mean, think about it. The letter ended by saying there will be no further payments to the Ayatollah's charity from Brent Council. And at the bottom right-hand corner, you see it says, Brent building a better borough. Yeah, right. Spend taxpayers' money on Holocaust deniers to build a better borough. But although you can have some satisfaction that the letter said that they won't give any more money to the Ayatollah's charity, but that was 12 years ago. The mosque in Harrow Road is still there. Ayatollah Makarem's school is still there. And the Charity Commission has done no investigation into his charity. Do you know how many young minds have been poisoned by them in that time? What we see today with all these pro-Hamas protesters across the country are the results of 2 decades of complacency and ignoring the fact that the enemy has been working from within. The fifth column is well entrenched here because none of the officials want to be the one to push the button. Do you care how your council tax and income tax is spent? I think you should. And it shouldn't be spent in funding extremists, should it?